people tired, losing track. No one's got your back, but now you do. Sensei's got you. That's the Sensay, knows what to say. Talks like a human, works night and day. That's the Sensay, saves your day. Built for the future, here to slay. No more bots that loop and freeze. No more reps begging please. Sensei smart, it knows the play. Chatbots powered the real way. You don't need more crew, cause Sensei's true. That's the Sensei, knows what to say. Answers in seconds, leads don't stray. That's the Sensei, saves your day. Fuel it with Sensei, on your way. Knowledge lives, all forever stored. Every lead, every call, Sensei scores. That's the Sensei, rocks your way. Work gets done while you sleep all day. That's the Sensei, leaves don't delay. Eye with heart, that's Sensei. Hey. You got a team, working day and night. Questions
Good
flying left.
morning, good afternoon, good evening to everyone watching live and to everyone who's watching the recording after this. I am Dan Thompson, the Sensei founder and CEO. And today we actually don't have much of a community update because we're saving everything for our showcase at the end of the month. But we're still going to have a nice quick call. And please, if you have any questions, do feel free to ask in LinkedIn, Telegram, Twitter, Discord, or directly on YouTube comments. We will see them and we will bring up some of the questions at the end. And I believe there's a few little prizes for the questions that get brought up. So great to see you all here. Great to have everyone join yesterday. And for those who are new, Sensei is the leading chatbot and API platform for creating hyper-personalized avatars and replicas and chatbots. This basically enables anyone to go onto our site, create a personalized chatbot that could be great for their business, for their sales, for customer support, and community management and engagement. You can also then use our API for a load of custom use cases, everything from influencer marketing to matchmaking, job hunting, pretty much anything that we've identified as a use case for this hyper-personalization of chatbots. That's available to anyone now at Sensay.io. So feel free to go and try it out for yourself, get a free trial plan, and let us know what you think. As always, we've got our head of community, Lars, who will be joining us today. And as we said, no kind of special guest today. It's very sad. How are you doing, Lars?
I'm doing great. Well, it is what it is sometimes. Sometimes we just have to be us two with a casual conversation, right? And it's always amazing to be back here sitting with a community, thinking about over the more than a year now, we've been sitting in these calls, conversations, and had so many people through. And we actually often we forget about talking about community, right? Inside these calls, we talk about everything else.
I don't think we ever forget about talking about community. No, it's obviously a very important part of why we're here, and to actually enable us to be a part of something and actually enable people to get involved with what we're doing. And so we actually have ways that everyone can get involved. It's not just chatting in our Telegram. It's not just posting on Twitter. You can actually earn rewards for participating in any sort of social activities that we have, as well as using the platform, getting involved with the technology, giving feedback, bug bounties, pretty much everything. So most of these can be found at sensay.io/quests. And that's the platform where we post the activities, the tasks most often that people can earn points. And those points will be essentially collected, and they'll be tradable for badges and swag and Sensei tokens at some point. So do get involved if you're looking to, if you like what we do and you'd like to earn some Sensei and get more involved with what we're doing, then I think that's the best way to get started, as well as just jumping in and just asking us questions in the community. But yeah, so Lars, what's the latest? What's been going on? What are some of the biggest questions? You had a big night yesterday.
We had a very big night. It actually something we had worked on for about since back in June. We started having conversation about the poker night. The hardest part about that was actually finding other communities to bring in, and we were very lucky to get Oasis and Ortec, which is two top 100 AI projects on the chain, which was massive, and we ended up having 878 registrations for the poker night. Even I was looking at all the charts and everything for, how can I say, or Telegram. We had almost 900 new joiners. Our messages was crazy, going averaging about 1,200 messages a day inside the chat. So we had a massive boom inside the chat. And then when you see just the more we got closer to the poker night as well, we were so lucky because then we had all the buys starting coming in. We actually had a really good run up to the poker night as well on our chart together with the community, and everything was starting to hype up a lot. So I loved it. I actually talked with a few of the winners. A few was from Oasis. I think there was one from Oz and one from Ort, and somebody from Lee Poker as well that normally just plays in their poker channels.
So we had a ringer, so the random poker guy just came in just to kind of win the competition.
Yeah, I heard from some of the guys it was actually quite hard because these people, they were hardcore and they were bantering them inside the chats like, "Oh, I dare you to go all in on this hand," constantly.
It's very fun, It's good that we can actually get more involved in kind of cross promotion and partnerships. I think Web3 is all about connection at the end of the day, right? It's about freedom, but there's a good opportunity for plenty of people just to get more involved, more collaborative. It's very sort of like I guess collaborative space. So why not get cross promotion and actually enjoy some of the activities we could do together and meet new projects, and do that more. We should probably get some other projects on these calls at some point as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm even now working on getting contact for more projects for, well, a highly likely next month poker night. It seem like everybody's really wants another one, so we've been working on that one, reaching out for more, and hopefully we have Oasis and Order Tech joining us again next time as well. So
very cool. But Lars, I mean, we never actually get to talk about you. We always talk about community. Maybe you want to give a bit of background for how long you've been with us and what your role is, and what that looks like day to day.
Well, my background is from hospitality for 20 years, and I joined in on Sensay community chat last year in January, but I wasn't active until I think like a month before we launched. And you went into my DMs like, "Lars, can I give you a role in the main chat? I'll give you a few tokens, just handle it all. It's too much, just take it over." It's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll help you out," because you saw us chatting so much in the chat. And I loved it because in the way that after that, it was like, "Oh, Lars, you just stay on. Here is a contract. You work now. You just keep in the chat." It started as a normal moderator and up to now head of community. Well, moderator, community manager, and now head of community. So over that almost 1.5 year now, we've been in that chat, enjoying conversations. And I think I believe we turned the chat into everybody talks about everything, and Sensei as well, especially coffee.
Yeah, well, lots of coffee. I think the biggest part of like that process for me, like people ask me all the time, "Oh, how can I get a job with Sensei? Like, how can I get started? Like, what are you guys looking for?" And honestly, it's people who just support us, support the projects, and get involved. Like, you were there, you were active, you were helping. Obviously, you knew one of the guys who worked for us in the early stages, so you kind of had been brought to the project through a friend. But we hadn't spoken before, and you just got started, and you just were being helpful, getting involved, like helping to answer questions at different times when I was in I was in Argentina at the time, and
Yeah, I
Brazil,
think
and
I remember I had a whole notepad on my phone for every random question that was generic, just to go in over to the notepad, copy paste into chat again, copy it in, just throw it in constantly from everything, especially during the pre-sale stages we had from all the three different platforms. There was so many things. There was so much copy paste, everything, just to make sure we had the right information going.
yeah. Yeah, but I mean, but fundamentally, that's it. I mean, if anyone is interested in getting involved in Sensei and they want to be more active and they would like essentially even jobs with us, the best way is to just make yourself stand out, get more and more involved, and be more active in the community chats. Show your skills, whether that's marketing, whether it's business development, whether it's development. We've got a few open roles on our careers page, which you can find at sensei.io/careers, or on our LinkedIn. But to really stand out from the crowd, you can always just get involved in the community and just ask what you can do. Reach out to us, offer to help, and there are plenty of things and plenty of opportunities we have available for the community to get more involved. And for people who really stand out, we have hired a few people from community over the last couple of years, just because they really put the effort in without necessarily wanting to be paid directly for it at the time. They just support the project, and that's a great way to get involved and a great way to show the quality of what you can do to us before applying formally. So in that last kind of year and a half, what's been the biggest change you've seen in terms of how the company is, what we do, what's what for you has been the most best and worst parts of that year and a half?
Well, when we think about when we started, we had a small structure, but it was also a little bit more chaotic. Where over the last year, it's been more and more structured in. So we actually finding the fine line with everything. We have fine tuned the small things, figured out our direct position in the market as well. I see the small changes happened all the time. From us going only from replicas, and now we're over to widgets and chatbots, going into that direction, working to ensure that we find our marketplace spot. And the one thing I love is that how we often grab in community members to also do internal projects for us, especially for replicas, something like, hey, we want to do something special.
Yeah. And have you seen your role evolve a lot in that time as well?
It have evolved immensely. Thinking about it started with me only sitting and talking in community. Now me being involved in marketing, massive event collaborations, working on them, getting together, working with a lot of our team, and of course the quest side as well, uh, and managing my team more, especially on my side. I feel like I've grown a lot. Plus, I also do the thing that I train the mods we have because I want them to succeed. So them coming in, giving them training, we I pay for education for them to make sure, hey, we need a certification and everything, because I want them to succeed. The more they succeed, the more we succeed. And I have to believe in make everybody around you succeed, but make them be treated well enough not to go anywhere else.
And talk us through that team now. Like how many people you've got? Like what sort of activities are they organizing? Because you've got quite a lot of different like game nights, different activities going on in the community. Like give everyone the sort of overview of what the team is and what they do.
Yeah. So we have four right now. We have Jilly that everybody loves as the bi-weekly game host. She has her little game nights and really she loves to trigger around with the community, like really tease them, questions deep into Sensei on the team, every single aspect of what Sensei is. And so one night we even had a bingo night. It lasted 2 hours because it was so vivid. There was so much into it. And then we have Mike. He's working a lot on our quest site. He goes through all our quests, make sure there's new quests up. He's sitting every day inside the chat and also on our socials and plugging in new quests and everything going in. Then we have Johan. Johan is working on outreach for other communities, also for the Poker Night. So he has his role going out, reaching out to new potential communities to join us in the game nights. And Alfred just joined, and he will soon have his first event night. Will also be a bi-weekly opposite week of Gillies. So we'll have a small event going every week inside the community.
Awesome. And yeah, I guess I mean that's quite a lot. Obviously, there's loads going on, but I think we also welcome any suggestions for partnerships. Anyone who's watching now, anyone who's in the community, if you have any ideas for what different activities we can do, what different events and game nights we can do, or if you have any suggestions on different partners that we should try and get hold of. I know that's going to probably encourage a load of people to say, oh, get Binance. But more if you see like some really good, strong, small communities that we can work with, we can partner with, please do pass them on, because those are the ones we can grow with, we can work with, and we can build for the future. But if there's obviously, as much as we'd love to get Coinbase and Binance as massive partnerships and listings, we can't even talk about it. And B, it's we're better off building with a community of other small AI communities. So definitely do get in touch if you have any ideas around that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's been one amazing year, and I can almost say like I know some people in the community know it, some don't. And none of the team knows it. While I've been at Sensay, everybody knows I go down to the Philippines. I go sell Sensay down the Philippines. Everybody I can grab a hold in a cafe. But one thing they don't know is actually I'm having a kid end of December with a girl I met down the Philippines.
Lars is going to be Big Daddy Lars very, very soon.
It's going to be amazing, life-changing experience.
Yeah. No, congratulations. So yeah, well, I mean, on that note of the future, what have we got coming up in store for the future of what quests are we coming up? What campaigns? What else have we got? We got our summer campaign finishing soon.
Yes, at the end of this month, we have actually our longest running campaign with a value for over $20,000 worth in it, coming to an end, and we have a very hard sprint. We actually increased the amount of messages you can do in Telegram, just to have everybody get a chance to got in, even though they're coming in late, so they can get a 1 point per message. But do keep in mind that we do keep an eye on if you cut messages to make them longer, because then you will have a mute for 24 hours if you misuse the system. And then we have an event I'm still working a lot on getting off. We're gonna have a test run at one point, like we had at the Poker Night yesterday. So we're testing things out while still also building the ones we have to increase them. Our bi-weekly events, I really put in hands of the individuals who has it, Julia and Alfred, because they send me a few days before the event starts, like, hey, this is what happened this week. Perfect. Let me look through it. I go through everything. I was like, yeah, change this and this and this. This is perfect, and we are ready to go.
Awesome. Okay. So yeah, I mean, guys, for anyone who's interested in that, the summer campaign, there's still time. There's still time to get involved. Still time to win. There'll be lots of winners. We've got $20,000 up for grabs in Sensay tokens. So it's a huge prize, and anyone can get involved. Just get on that quest platform, get in front of, and just get active, start earning those points. We've also got a hackathon going on still.
We do. I don't have the exact date on that one. I guess that's more you. I love my camera when it goes wild.
It's just AI is taking over your camera as well, is it?
Oh yeah.
I thought that was going to be some kind of dramatic reveal, like, oh, we're just zooming in because yes,
I just have to do this again. Sorry, guys. There we go. It goes a little bit wild lately. I'm going back to the Philippines here in December. I have a special setup I ordered from one of my old suppliers. Extra screens for the new camera, new mouse, everything just for the Philippines when I go down there, to make sure that I actually have a camera working this time, so I'm not sitting from the phone again.
Very, very, very cool. And yeah. Okay, so that's the Sensay Summer campaign. So that's the and we've got the hackathon. So the hackathon is available on Dora Hacks. Anyone get involved? We've got the last few weeks of it now, guys. Another $10,000 up for prizes in the hackathon. All you have to do is submit a hack built on top of our API that uses the API to create chatbots for either sales or customer support, or for creating them in anything to do with networking and matchmaking type fields. So do get involved. Do submit a build. You never know. And last month we had some super cool. Last hackathon we had some fantastic submissions, and we'll do the same review probably after the award, after we announce the winner, and we'll bring on the top 3 or 4 to present their hacks as well, because last time it was fantastic. So we're really excited to do that. And this hackathon is actually in partnership with the Ned in London, which is a super exclusive members club, part of the kind of related to the Soho House group. So it's a really prestigious hackathon this time. So do get involved, and there's huge prizes for that. But the main news is our showcase. Our showcase is coming up at the end of September, which is also why we won't have any more community calls for the next couple of weeks. I was just on autopilot. So the showcase we've got coming up is going to be great. We've got a few huge releases to talk about. We've got a huge amount of other things, including an updated roadmap, and we are super excited to share it. So I'll be giving a presentation. We've got Marco, our CTO, and Shane, head of business development, coming on to give a talk, as well as our product leads talking about the latest releases. And we're super excited to sort of show you guys what we've been working on, what we've been building. And then at the same time, we'll be releasing a huge list of all the different updates we've had over the last few months, and then open up to Q&A at the end as well. So super excited. So that's going to be a big one. There'll be some big prizes for participation in that as well. So be ready. I think it's probably time we open up some questions, Lars.
Yeah, it is actually. We actually gone on for like almost 30 minutes already. So let's see what we got today.
And guys, if you have any questions, do post them to Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube. We do see them all. And so please do, ask your questions. If we bring them up on the call, we will reach out afterwards for some prizes. But if we don't, then we will still try and answer them. We'll get around to replying to the comments a bit later on, so you actually do have the answers to your questions. I guess let's just dive in. What have we got?
So Jason is coming. Can AI replicas carry emotions, or are they always limited to rational responses?
So the very philosophical answer to this is: can humans carry emotions really, or are we just is it just complex rational arguments in our own head that seem like emotions? Because at the end of the day, it's all to do with survival instinct and evolution that's led us to a point where we have emotions as a way of understanding each other, so that we can better cooperate or not, or conquer each other. So are we really emotional, or is it just some kind of complex rational system inside of ourselves? Anyway, that's the philosophical answer. Can AI replicas, chatbots, avatars have emotions themselves? Possibly in the future. So even though right now they can't, we can imitate it quite well, and AI is getting advanced enough that you can actually use enough pattern recognition in people, in the way they write and the way their sort of outputs are, to essentially replicate that and actually create that as a response. But can they actually feel emotions? Can they actually experience emotions? No. I mean, in the future, with advanced AI, with advanced computing, anything really is possible. I mean, we don't quite know. It comes down to us not really understanding our own consciousness to begin with. So how do we understand how to then replicate or create that in a different substrate. So we take from a carbon-based biology to a silicon-based, which in theory makes for a better computer, but does consciousness and emotions and that kind of level of humanity it just suddenly appear from sufficiently advanced computing? We just don't know yet. I mean, it's been theorized, it's possible, but yeah, we're quite far away. But so the personalized chatbots for now can seem like can reply with seeming emotions, can be prompted to seem like they have a certain type of emotion, but the reality is that they don't. It's just pattern recognition and repetition. Good starting question. I like a good philosophical one to start us off.
So last child comes in. What made the team/project pivot from replica creation to chatbot bots and working on other collaborations?
Yeah, so I think when it comes to I don't really see it necessarily as a big pivot. I think we moved away from a B2C element of creating replicas of people to chatbots for businesses, for mostly for commercial reasons. We need a foundational business to build from. But for me, the long-term goal is always to actually end up going to creating virtual humans and this long-term dream of building digital immortality. So creating these hyper-personalized chatbots are just a step on there. A lot of the things we're building also fit with personalized replicas for individuals for the long term. So I think that there is the opportunity using the same technology in the future, as well as using the wisdom engine we've built via an API to actually create a replica platform for individual replicas. But but for now, yes, we are focused on business solutions because we definitely have a bigger opportunity there with and lots of customers that are asking for business solutions to help them sell more, to reduce their costs, and to improve their overall efficiency using AI.
I want to say sorry, my camera is really going crazy today. Hashim Amir, can we expect real-time streaming AI support for gaming or metaverse use case in future updates?
Real-time streaming AI support for gaming or metaverse use cases. Yeah, I mean, probably not directly from Sensei, but using the API, if someone were to build out that solution, I guess it could work if there was some kind of visual element that was plugged into the input, and then the actual chatbots and replicas were trained on that game and what they should do. Then yeah, I think I spoke to someone a little while ago around how this could be applied to board games, for example, how it could be applied to what to do for Battleship or chess or any other kind of strategy game like Risk. And I said the same thing. I said people could build that out via our API, but it's not something that Sensei ourselves, the company, will be looking into. But it would be possible to be built out via the API, and I think it's a wonderful idea. So if there is anyone who does want to build out something on our API and has an idea like that, you should definitely reach out and we can talk about how we can support. We have some grants available. We have investment opportunities all available to anyone who wants to build out on top of our API. Good question.
Dev Raul, how does Sensei envision partnerships with enterprises, governments, or educational institutions to drive mass adoption and establish a real-world utility?
I think sounds like a nice generic quick trip to the question.
I think we had it before, actually, like many times.
I think no. I mean, it's just one of those. But it's an interesting one. We haven't really talked about it in probably quite a while because we think it's one of those questions. But no, in terms of how we actually establish, like how we look to establish partnerships and grow, is just by outreach. We've got an outreach team, we've got an inbound team, we've got PPC and adverts going out, we've got our social media, we get lots of inbound traffic, people asking us how they can get involved. Governments, we've been part of a GovTech accelerator for the last year called CivStart. So we've actually been like involved in government conversations, understanding how we can actually apply the technology to them, and we think we've got some really cool stuff for them coming up. For large enterprises and institutions, same. I mean, in terms of selling in chatbots, selling in the solution we have, we speak to companies of all sizes all the time, but we also have some upcoming products that are really well tailored to them, which won't be announcing just quite yet, but we'll be talking about very, very soon. So yeah, I mean, essentially we're just out there networking, we're building, we're growing, we're pushing. Lars is out there talking to everyone from cafe owners to basically everyone he meets about it.
I even tried with a disco while we were in Serbia. Remember that?
You did manage to get one of the Serbian disco bosses to sign up for chatbots. So yeah, so we're just pushing. It's a growth of the company, and it will take some time, but it's the whole team's behind it, so that's what we're doing. Thank you very much.
So last one, Hashim Amir, does Sensei bots remember past chats with the same username?
Yeah. So one of the more important parts of what we do is understanding how you can continue conversations, both because it's based around the pricing for our sort of business clients, but also based around this understanding of, if you're creating hyper-personalized chatbots or even replicas or virtual humans, they should have that ability, like humans have, to kind of recall previous conversations. So, I can recall previous conversations I've had with different members of the team, with Lars, with anyone else. And so if we're trying to create something that can act like that and be rational like that and have the same kind of natural language as that, then yes, it does need to remember them. So an easy way is when you have usernames that it can tag into, but the more complicated one is when someone signs in anonymously and it has to be by IP address or something as nuanced as a website widget that's continuing on a conversation with a certain person that hasn't signed in after a few hours. And so that's where it's yes, we do our best to make sure that there is continuity in conversation. I think we've probably got time for probably a couple more questions, because we've been very fast today. So we'll probably give it a couple more. There's been so many good questions, guys, today. So thank you very much. And if we don't answer them on the call, we will definitely follow up on the comment section.
So Jay, will my AI chatbot steal my memory and turn on me? You love this question because that's kind of philosophical for you.
I was just looking around to see if I had a copy of my book here somewhere, because one of the books I wrote like 10 years ago.
I think I might have it over here.
The camera's following you as well. Look at all that Sensei swag. He's got everything. Sensei hat, Sensei bag. Anyway, so one of the first books I wrote around this topic, I think it was. I remember the first person I got to read it and review it for me. A guy called Tannoy out of Gibraltar, and he made a very funny point. He said, what if you do manage to actually succeed? What if you do create an AI version of you, and what if your AI doesn't like you very much, or what if you don't like yourself? So it comes back to the question of like, would you like you if you met yourself today? So will your AI chatbot steal your memory and turn on you? I mean, depends on how you program it. If you program it to be like sneaky and to be a backstabber and have constant personal plot twists and turn it into like some kind of double agent, then I don't know, maybe. It's unlikely though. The way that we're creating them is to be helpful tools and to be supporting of people, not for them to kind of turn on you and act against you. So I hope they don't, but I do find it very funny, the possibility, and it comes back to the earlier question of will they have emotions, and if emotions do ever happen to evolve, then what does that look like, and how do they react to us as their overlords and bosses?
Talking about AI, I have an AI webcam. I'm very sorry. That is completely
Yeah,
going wrong.
talking about AI turning on you, like yeah, if Lars's webcam is anything to go by, then yes, the AIs are going to turn on us. All right, go on. Let's have one last one.
So, Ahmed Jeffrey, how is your approach different from something like GPT training on personal data?
Um, so large language models definitely have their place. We've talked about this a lot. Large language models have their place in the world and they're super useful, but they do miss a lot of personalization, and that's kind of where we step in. So even though they'll pick up bits here and there and they'll get better the more we use them, but the reality is, if I always use like an Italian restaurant or no Mexican restaurant type idea, right? If you're looking for a Mexican restaurant with ChatGPT, or Google or whatever, it will find you, a few good Mexican restaurants in your local area. The difference with what Sensei does in terms of the personalization, and this works from both a personal level and a business level, is once you get that personalization into it, whether it's your type of voice, whether it's your understanding of your company, whether it's your understanding of yourself, that personalized chatbot basically understands you better. So it knows that when you're asking for a Mexican restaurant, it knows that you prefer the local taco truck rather than a super fancy high-end Mexican restaurant. It knows that you would like, something a bit livelier, something with a certain like rating or a certain price point. And that's the difference. It's having that personalization layer on top of what the LLMs do that makes them even more useful for you as an individual or a business. And so that's where, like on a business case, when it's like for a sales bot, having the context of the sales script, how your type of, what's your ideal customer profile, like who you're speaking to, what's the funnel where you need to send it, what's the information, and how you can actually turn that into a useful sale, all in a style that matches the personality of the CEO or the head lead salesperson. All of a sudden, you're taking what is normally quite a boring experience for most customers coming to a company and seeing and interacting with a chatbot and turning it into actually something pretty useful and pretty interesting, and actually makes it feel a lot more like a person. And that's what's really special about what we're doing. It's that hyper personalization that makes such a difference.
That is amazing.
So
Sorry, go on. Where can I get my Sensei bags and shirts, or are they just for the team?
we have a shop. You can go. We have plenty of stuff. We have everything from shirts to jackets to sunglasses, t-shirts, shorts, socks. Even we've got charging cables. You can go to shop.sensei.io and you can pick up any of the swag you like. There's plenty in there. We ship most of Europe, but if there are some territories that it doesn't ship to, let us know. We can try and open that up. But yeah, the shop is fantastic. So it's not just for the team. Anyone can get a hold of some Sensei swag, and we've got some really, really cool designs and really, really great swag in there, and some fantastic phone cases as well. So definitely get your hands on some Sensei phone cases.
Yeah, and they're even made in-house, right?
Yeah, they're made by the team, made by Lars himself. I think that's all we've got time for today, guys. As I said, we've got the showcase coming up. Oh, maybe one more. Okay.
Hashimir, will Sensei bots be able to learn on their own without training data?
How can they
So
learn on their own without
I
training?
think imagine that they're connected to your devices, so every time you do something, it learns for your behavior.
Yeah, okay. So this is something that we've got planned for the future, not right now, but then we have definitely for the future around making them more autonomous, having essentially when they get to a stage where you can actually have them acting for you and learning for you. They should learn from the on the customers, on the sales side and customer support side. They should learn from customers, understand and have some pattern recognition. I think that still requires some kind of managerial oversight. But one day when we are building the virtual humans properly, then I think that they will have an opportunity to learn from, just themselves, from their own interactions, from their own fundamentally experiences with the world and the people they interact with. So yes, I think they will be able to. I think they already do to some extent, because they do take the context of the user conversations in, so that they have that as part of that siloed conversation. So they do learn about the person they're interacting with. It's very much two-way street. But to kind of the extent I think that we're talking about here, definitely for the future, we will be able to actually have them actually out there automatically learning for themselves. Like they should be, trained with some kind of intent and goals and purposes, and they should be able to evolve and update themselves based on that. So yes, that is upcoming, if not already kind of in a way part of the system, but not to I guess not to the extremes. We're sort of guessing here.
It always changes over time, because every time something new comes out, something new gets unveiled, and everything starts working in a different way.
For sure. Well, guys, look, that's all we've got time for today. If your questions did get brought up, message Lars on any platform. We'll get you a wallet and we'll send you a nice little reward for participating. For everyone else, we will reply to your questions on the channels that you've posted them on. Want to just say thank you for joining us today. Thank you for supporting the project. Thank you for being a part of what we're doing, and for now and for the future. And please do join us in 2 weeks' time for the Sensay Showcase. We really have some incredible updates. Is it 2 weeks? 2.5 weeks. We really have some incredible updates coming out, and we're super excited to share them all with you guys, and just give you an insight into what's coming out for the next 6 to 12 months for Sensay. And very, very excited to kind of show that. If you're interested in following up on anything to do with Sensay, you can always find us on any channel. It's at Ask Sensay for the Sensay account, or you can find myself on any channel with at Sensay Dan. On pretty much any social account, or any channel really. So guys, thank you all very much for joining us today. Thank you for participating. Thank you for the questions that came up, and we will see you in 2.5 weeks for the showcase.
What if your website didn't just look the part, but spoke the part too? Meet the Sensay AI chatbot, powered by AI agents to deliver a fine-tuned, human-like experience to all of your customers. Trained on your company's data and tone, so every visitor gets a personal welcome from the people behind the company. Your best salesperson, on call 24/7. Your founder, greeting visitors at scale. Your brand, coming to life one conversation at a time. Forget "how can I help you" and robotic replies. This is AI with personality, memory, charm. It is a conversation. Sensay